Oh, looky what we have. Look at what we have in store today. Oh man, I'm excited for this one, guys. Okay, so we've been waiting for this for a while now. Look at this. All right, we got our PS5 Pro just arrived, and I'm excited for it. So let's dive into this thing. Now, a couple things we want to do in this video is, first of all, we're going to do an unboxing. Obviously, we're going to unbox the PS5 Pro console. We are also going to unbox the media disc add-on, whatever the hell they call it. What do they call it? Disk drive. Thank you. Yeah, the disk drive. We're going to do that. We're going to unbox this. We're also going to unbox this 8 terabyte memory expansion module. We're going to do that, as well as a heat sink for this. We're going to install it all, and I'm going to show you how to do all that stuff. And hopefully this helps. Yeah, I mean, let's go see what we have. So I'm going to put some of the stuff aside first. Let's take these items. We're going to put these aside. We'll get to them in a minute. Let's dive into this thing. So I'm pretty excited for this. The reason why I bought the PS5 Pro is because it's my intention basically to move all of my PS4 and PS5 games and data and all that stuff to this console. So this is going to be the new heart and soul of the gaming center. And my other consoles, I can sort of either retire them or relegate them to my other TVs in the house or something, you know. We'll find something for them. They always lock down the flaps on these things, so it's tough to just pull these things out. Here we go. Let's do it this way. There we go. All right, slide this guy out. See what's doing in here. Yeah. All right. That's done. So I'm the first to admit, PS5 Pro, probably not for everybody. I respect that. It's a little bit of an investment. Like I said, I think my whole purpose in doing this is to make this like the central console, right? So it's going to take place of one of some of the consoles I already have. So okay, so we have some stuff here. Let's just go through the box. USB-C to USB-C cable. Okay, great. That's for the controller that we have. Ta-da! Comes with a standard DualSense controller. They're fine. I like them. I use the DualSense Pro controller, so honestly, I'll probably just keep this one as a backup at this point and use my DualSense Pro controllers on the new console. Let's see, make sure everything's out of there. Good. Cool. Next. Power cable. Okay, cool. Great. Good to have. We'll put that aside for now, too. There. Okay, HDMI cable. That's kind of weird. You know, I don't even remember if the original PlayStation console, like the PS5, even came with its own like HDMI cable. I have my own, so that's kind of cool. I'll just keep it as a spare. No big deal. This is funny. So I guess I'll have to look through here and understand exactly what the hell the purpose of this is, but I think this is just this stand. Like these little plexi style stanchions or whatever. I think they hold up one side of the console when it lays horizontally. So speculating. I don't know for sure. We'll go through, we'll check it all out, break it all down. It'll be good. Next. All right. Instruction booklet. Always good to have. Probably not going to need it right now, except, you know what? Actually, I will. I will look through here just real quick because I want to see what those little stanchions are for. Let's see. I'm just curious, guys. Bear with me here for a second. I can always look at it later, but it's not immediately obvious. I'm sure it's in here somewhere. It almost looks like there's a picture right here. It seems like, yeah, I think I found it. I think they're just little brackets that kind of go underneath the midpoint of the console to lay it, you know, horizontally. Okay, great. I mean, it's nothing fantastic, but whatever. All right, I'll keep that aside. All right, now the big ticket item, the console itself. Okay, so I'm not gonna make the mistake of just trying to lift it upward because I don't want it to like drop or something and me do something stupid and break it by accident. Oh, that's the this is the safety guide. This is the quick start guide. What? That's weird. Okay, well maybe this is what we need to be looking at. Yeah, this is more of... Oh, here we go. All right, step 1. That's where those little stanchions go. So I was right. They go underneath like the side there to make it prop it up. Okay, cool. All right, just trying to get organized here. I promise this will get more entertaining. I hope. All right. Set all this stuff aside. In fact, here's what we're going to do. I'm going to take this stuff out of the way too. It's getting a little clogged here. This is stuff that I just really probably don't need right now. I think we're going to be pretty solid without it actually. So I'm going to toss it back in the box there. Okay, cool. So here we go. Let's take a look at this thing. So got to hand it to Sony. They always pack their stuff pretty well. You know, this seems like it was packed with loving care. And there it is. Okay, cool. We got our PS5 Pro. Looks pretty nice. I still wish it was black because I don't know, sometimes white shows marks or whatever. It's pretty slick looking though. I dig it. I don't have any issues with it or anything, but yeah, I mean, I think it looks fine. Now, my understanding is this panel slides off so we can put that other drive on the side. I'm going to first, just going to pause with this for a second. And I'm going to set it here. Actually, I'm going to lay it down just to be safe. I'm just looking at the USB ports on the back. I think those are the 2 high-speed ports. I think we also have 2 USB-C ports on the front, so that's a little bit different than the standard PS5. Okay, cool. All right, let's get into this real quick. So first thing I want to do is I want to install this drive. Because, yeah, I know people were bummed out that it didn't come with its own disk drive. The only thing I can say, the only like, I guess, silver lining to the cloud, if you were, I think one good thing is that if you ever have a drive failure on this, you can replace it. So that's good, you know. Plus, a lot of people, maybe not you, definitely not me, but a lot of people have moved away from doing physical media thing. Like, people aren't buying discs like they used to, so I guess maybe it was a cost consideration. I don't know. Hey, look, cool. Hey, they gave us more stanchions, and these are taller. So these have a different geometry than the ones that the PS5 came with. So you can see here, there's a bit of an elevation difference. And I would attribute that to the fact that once we install the drive on here, the underside geometry of the console is going to change. It's going to be a little higher on one end. So that's what's going to compensate for that. So that's kind of cool. Not bad. I see where they're going. All right, let's take a look at what we have. So first thing we pull out here is they gave us a replacement back panel. Okay, so that's going to cover the actual drive itself once we install it. So that's good. Let's take out the drive itself. It does come with instructions. Probably good to just take a quick look at those. Come on. There we go. There we have it. All right. Not bad so far. So let's take a look. What's it going to tell us here? Attaching the disk drive. So my understanding is that the instructions that currently come with this cover the existing PS5, like the standard model. Well, not even the standard model. I guess it would be the Slim, right? Yeah, the PS5 Slim, because that's the one that just is all digital. So if you wanted to add this on, this is what you would use. So, okay. So it's telling me to pull away part of the panel here on the back. I'm just going to read through this just real quick. Align the drive. It snaps right in. That's cool. And then you just put connect the AC power. Cool. Okay. So that's pretty cut and dry. This is like a big instruction booklet for such little. Yeah, that's all it says. I mean, just this is pretty much plug and play. So let's see. Let's see what happens. All right, so this is the top of the system, right? Console or the drive, I think. Bear with me here for just a moment. I did not rehearse this prior to, so we're doing this in real time here. I think it goes on this side. Hold on a minute. I thought it went on the underside, but maybe I'm getting a little confused here. Let's see. Could be. Huh? That was the quick start guide. Let's check out the safety guide. All right. The cover. Okay. So, I had it switched. Okay, this is it. That's why it looked odd to me. Okay, it was upside down. Apologies for that, guys. I'm terrible at these videos. All right. So the cover is on this side. All right, so we were right. It looked a little obscure when I went to do it. Okay, so I need to take this cover off. These covers are sometimes weird. Sometimes they say to pull them up from the corner. Sometimes they say slide them out. It's not immediately evident, but we're gonna, you know what? If I look at this, it'll probably tell me. Yeah, these just pop. This just pops right out. So let's see. I mean, I definitely don't want to break it. There we go. Okay. Hey, that wasn't so bad. Okay. So there we go. I'm going to put this aside here. We want to make sure we save that, you know, because just in case. Before I open up the drive itself, place it in there, I just want to make sure that this is all aligned. I'm not going to snap it in before I do this, but I do want to see exactly where the guide holes are. Okay, so it's going to like back in here and snap down. Okay, that's all I wanted to know. All right, good. All right, let's go ahead in here. Take this out. Obviously being very careful. Okay. So the disc's entry side there, the disc input is over on this side here. Follow this like so. Now I see how this is going to drop in. I think what it wants me to do is align these guide pins first and snap it down. But I'm not going to assume that, because there is, if you see back here, that's the data port right there for where that snaps in. So I think you really, my guess would be they want you to put it in here like this and collapse it back. I'm just going to make sure that that's what they want. It appears so. Yeah, so they want you to use those guide pins on the front. So cool. That's just making sure, because I don't want to tell you the wrong thing and having your stuff get broken. So that wouldn't be cool at all. So I'm going to line it like so. Make sure everything is aligned in the back. Ooh, that's a nice little fit. Okay, that seems good. Now, I think that's all it wants. I don't know that it asked me to screw anything in. I think it's just, once it's in there, it's in there. I'm going to go by that. We're just going to operate under that assumption. Cool. Now next, we need to place this back over here. So there is, this is kind of just something to be aware of here. So on the front of this disc part here, there is a button on the outside here that aligns with the button here for the eject, right? So just to be aware, that's just a mechanical piece on the back there that just, you know, makes that plug come out and hits that button. So let's just make sure everything is aligned. Should be relatively self-guiding, but like I said, let me just look at this once more. I think I want to make sure they're this way and snaps on like so. Does that look right? Yeah, that seems right. So make sure all the corners are aligned. Well, that went on a lot easier than it came off. Okay, so setting this in its normal orientation here for horizontal play. So this is what it would look like. So now you have this on the bottom. We're going to put those stanchions on. I guess they just plug in there. I'll take a look at that in a minute. But the next thing we want to do here is we're going to swap out the existing memory, which I think is 2 terabytes, and we're going to stick in there 8 terabytes. Now, I already know what you're thinking. That's crazy. That's expensive. You would be right. the memory for this thing is not cheap at all. But at the same time, I really wanted to get the most out of this, and I really just want to move all of my existing content to this. And I have a lot of that content. There's quite a bit in my library. So let's just take a beat here for a minute. So install an M2 SSD. So it's going to be oh no, don't tell me it's under that same hold on. Oh wow. Completely did this out of order. Wait a minute. Is that right? Hold on. No, that's under this cover. All right, the illustration here is not spectacular, but basically what they're telling me is that I thought it was on the other side of this, but it's not. It's under this corner. So we're going to take this cover off carefully, like real carefully. Again, these things, I just worry I'm going to break them. Come on. All right, it's telling me that the clips are on this side and to push it back like so. All right, here we go. Okay, there it is. Yeah, it takes a little bit of force. Like I said, man, I don't want to break the damn thing. You know what I'm saying? All right, so this is where it gets a little easier, believe it or not. So the hardest part is just getting these damn covers off, right? Okay, so this is the expansion bay that we want to get into. Now, currently there should be a 2 terabyte drive inside there for storage, all right? So let's open this thing up. I'm going to see what's in there. And then we're going to take it out and upgrade it. So Phillips head screwdriver. We're just going to open up this cover on the back. Okay, keep that screw there. Keep this cover here. Boom. All right. And there it is. And I'm going to tell you right now, one of my assumptions was wrong. So this is spec'd out for 2 terabytes, okay? Turns out that 2 terabyte, the 2 terabytes in this thing, it's internal memory, okay? So it does not make use of the M2 bay when it comes to. So cool, great, that's fantastic. Just means I don't have to, take out an obsolete or unusable drive. All right, let's go in here, get this thing open. Okay, we're going to handle this with a lot of care because you really don't want to mess with these things. So this is a Sabrent Rocket 4 Plus 8 terabyte drive. And I just want to make sure. Okay, I'm trying to be super careful with this damn thing because I know I'm like a little overly cautious, but it is what it is. This thing wasn't cheap. Okay, let's break it open. All right, instruction booklet. That's all good. This is all good. And there it is. That's our 8 terabytes right there. Look at that. So we're going to take this out. We're going to install this. Now, I'm not going to take you through a whole tutorial here as to, how to install this. I mean, it's pretty simple. I mean, you push it in, it's a zero force insertion slot, so you know, put it in like so, goes in. You have a screw on the back here. You reset that screw to where this is. It's like a spacer screw. I'm going to do it. You may not be able to really see very well what it is I'm doing, but I'm going to explain what it is. So we're going to take out this this pin here. Okay, there's a screw right there, and a tiny little spacer. What that spacer does is it accommodates for the length of the memory module. Once it's in there, you basically you want to screw that back down to where it goes. So I'm going to put that in like so. See, it's sticking up like that. It has a little bit of give to it. Push that in there like so, and then we are going to screw it back down into place, and we should be good to go. And by most accounts, this is pretty much as robust a PS5 Pro as you're ever going to see. The limit on these things right now with the given system architecture and everything is like it'll only accommodate 8 terabytes. I say only, but like that's the limit. So I wanted to get the largest possible, you know, M2 drive for this thing, so I could just be like done and done. You know, like I don't want to keep having to upgrade this thing when I need the memory. At least this way I know, you know, it'll be ready. So, all right, I don't want to overly tighten that screw, but I definitely want to make sure that thing is in place. Okay. Okay, let's put this all back in here. Good. This is good. Okay, I'm gonna set all that aside. Now, I make no guarantees that this is even going to work. This is a heatsink that Sabrent sells specifically for the PS5 and specifically for this particular drive. Heatsink is always important when you're doing these things. Now, the thing is, this came out before the PS5 Pro was on the market, so I'm just guessing that this will work. It's not a guarantee. If there's any differences in the geometry here, this may not work. And if it doesn't work, I have a plan B, but hopefully it doesn't come to that. But let's just see. Maybe, you know, maybe we'll be pleasantly surprised. Sony's kind of like one of those companies where they don't make major changes to stuff, the simple stuff, if it's working. So let's just see. Okay, this is the heatsink. Looks good. We have a piece here to peel off the back here, but let's just make sure first that this is even going to fit. We're going to test it first. We're going to just line it up like so, push it down like that, and guess what? It looks like it's going to fit. Wow, that's fantastic. All right, I'm pretty happy about that. That's really great. That's a big relief. So yeah, they give you a screwdriver with this thing and all. We brought our own, so we're good. You want to take off this back piece here before you install this heatsink. All right, because this needs to make direct positive contact with the memory stick itself. So line it up, push it down from the back there. You can kind of see what I'm doing, right? So it looks like so. We're going to take the screw that came with it, right? We're going to stick that back up on there. Man, this is really coming together. I'm pretty happy about this thus far. No complaints. All right. Let's see. Again, no need to over tighten, but you want to make sure it's making positive contact. So there it is. That's how it looks. There we go. 8 terabytes now. Good. All right. Snap this back into place carefully, as always. I haven't heard it snap, so let's see. Is it working? It doesn't want to go on. It doesn't want to do it. Let's see. All right, that one snapped in. Did they all snap in? One snap? That's all you're going to give me. Okay. Hey, if it fits, then good for us. Cool. Just making sure that's all good. Okay. Now, I'm going to flip this back to where it's supposed to go. ta-da! We now have some dust. We now have maybe the world's first 10 terabyte PS5 Pro. So we have the M2 stick that we just installed, that's 8 terabytes, plus the 2 that come stock, that's the console storage space on here. So we put the disk drive on there, all is well, and we should be ready to fire this thing up pretty soon. Last thing I want to do though, I promised you we'd take a look at these. So these little stanchions, these little legs that they give you here, plexiglass, we're not going to be able to use those for this one. We're going to have to use the taller ones that came with the drive itself, right? Because now it's a little bit taller. So I'm going to flip this back over, and I can see here on the bottom, if you take a look, you have these little slots, okay? There are 2 slots per side. You're basically going to just plug these right in. And this is what's going to create your stand. Now, I'm not a big fan of this. It kind of looks cheesy. It's so wonky. And I mean, look, does it wiggle? Nah, not really, but it just doesn't look great. You know what I'm saying? That's kind of chintzy. And if you're sliding this thing on a surface, those things are going to come right off or come right out. So laying it down like that, that's how it's going to be. That's how it looks. Okay. I'm going to fire this thing up in a little bit. I don't know. Maybe I'll add more to this video. Who knows? But this is how it stands at this point. So let's take a look at everything that we have here. So on the back, obviously HDMI port, LAN cable. I'm definitely going to do, Ethernet cable on here. I don't do Wi-Fi with my gaming systems if at all possible, because I just like the extra speed. I run like a Cat 10 cable off of Verizon gigabit internet, so it's like I just try to get the most out of it I can. 2 USB ports on the back. I think these are USB 3. They're either 3 or 3.1. I wish somebody would verify that. I tried to look online and there was just like not a lot of reliable information. And then on the front we have 2 USB-C ports here. Power button, obviously, eject button for the disc, and that's about it. So there it is. Ta-da! Your 10 terabyte disk drive version of the PS5 Pro. Yeah, this video wasn't I'm so excited to do this, but I'm going on like 3 hours of sleep, guys, so I'm sorry if this thing went off the rails a little bit. It's just been a wild couple days, and I'm just I'm excited to get this thing done and get this thing running. Hopefully this was kind of helpful. It's kind of cool to break it down. Like I said, PS5 Pro, not for everybody, right? I mean, it's expensive, and if you already have these kinds of systems, it's quite a commitment to upgrade, to this level. So anyway, hope you enjoyed it. If you have any questions, drop them in, let me know, and catch you on the flip. Peace out, guys. Later.